what level are you?
I'm like 386 right now.
Okay, I'm almost at
honestly,
360.
I recommend when you come back, go back and do the ice dungeon. Because after you finish the ice island,
Oh, okay.
you can't progress until you get level 460 item level.
Jesus.
So I mean,
Okay.
so yeah, you better thing
Okay.
to do.
All right. We'll go. Who was in here first? I believe Cinnabon. You was in here first. Yes.
The game right now, so someone else can go first.
Okay.
That would be Void.
Void. If you want to go ahead, hop in a game. I'm gonna go ahead cancel my search list, and then let me get. If you want to hop into the buddy system or the VOD review.
Okay.
Either one. Okay, so let me see if you guys should be able to stream. I want to make sure you guys can. Y'all should be able to. Can you?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Awesome.
But it pauses every time I click on the other window.
Yeah, I know.
So
Just go into it. Just hop into a competitive game.
wait, you can see my screen still?
Yep.
Okay, just make sure.
Okay, so right now we're looking over live gameplay of Void. We're gonna try to stick to 20 minutes per person, so it'll probably be one match and then some VOD review and then another match. Maybe. It just really kind of depends on how they're able to do stuff. Okay, so from what I'm seeing right now, just from looking at this, I don't know if they take their engagements very well. I mean, this is literally just free for all. So, I mean, there's not really any engages you can do. So, I mean, you gotta take all of this with a very big barrel of salt. Like none of it's really gonna matter here. But if they are gonna play Doomfist, the biggest thing that you're gonna see is going to be their timing. Mechanical skill is going to be a decent amount of stuff, but a big thing is going to be their timing of attacks. When they go in to attack somebody, their angle that they come out and do it. Timing is everything when it comes to Doomfist, because you only have the 3 abilities. You're gonna need to go in, get out, and stuff like that. So that's kind of the big thing that I want to see from here. Now, when you're gonna play this match, I'm not gonna try to talk to you too much and backseat you too much. I'm just gonna kind of like during the next round, I'll talk over like stuff that you need to try to do the next round as you play, depending on the hero and stuff you play. Now, I would probably try to stick to 1 to 2 characters, just because, I mean, no need for you to play musical heroes, at least get an ultimate or something like that. If you have questions about like, okay, what do I need to do, I can answer them. Feel free to ask. But I don't want to clutter your thinking process with what I'm saying. I want you to just be able to play, and then we can go over a VOD review and look at some of the stuff that, like I said, if you have questions or anything, feel free to ask questions. I'm going to try not to talk to you as much. Keep your things clear and stuff like that. Okay.
Do you play any other characters that can get
So,
around pretty easily?
we'll see how they do here. Like I said, I'm not going to try to interact too much.
Voice channel.
Nope.
Okay.
Off-topic subject. If I just, because I want to get a new mouse pad. If I got a mouse pad that was branded with my logo and stuff, would y'all be wanting to buy it? Or no? It would not be a thing, like, it's not something anytime super soon, but if I did come out with any type of branding, I would want to get one of those 3 feet mouse pads, because I need another mouse pad. I want to get another mouse pad at some point. So it's mainly for me, but if you guys want to get them as well, I would like to know if you guys would want one. Alright, so let's get into this match. Playing Doomfist. Taking this angle here.
Yo, Honor behind us. I should have counted. Doom.
Trying to let him get out for free. I got a new one. I'm gonna keep it for a year. Yeah, no, definitely. I've had mine for like 5 years. So he's playing with the
Ash up there, ready?
He's trying to play with this team, which is good and all, but like there's nothing going on. He's done nothing for the first minute and a half. So the other
on to Ash in the back.
The other DPS
Ash
is
in the back. Wait. Mercy's rezzing on your Doom.
there's just been nothing going on. Like he's only
Can we get help Monkey get the Ryan?
He's only got 30% ult charge this fight.
On Zarya. Get Zarya, thanks. Focus Zarya. Zarya's one. Break bubble. Bro, Zarya's actually one.
He had
She's
both
right behind Ryan's shield.
he had both abilities online and never did that.
Nice.
He didn't do anything.
Anna, you stay on cart, we push up.
He didn't do anything that round. So I'm gonna let him know like this next fight and stuff. Like he needs to be taking more angles
I'm lagging.
whenever they.
Okay. Well.
So these next fights, now that your team won this, I need you to start taking other angles and be more of a threat by just being in a space rather than waiting for your monkey to do something. I don't need you. I don't want you to play necessarily right next to your team all the time. Like I said.
Oh, there's a Doom on me already. Well,
No, that's a good trade.
nope, worth it.
Yeah, that's a good trade. Well, that's
See if you can burn that Zarya.
yeah. Panda, the only reason I was asking is like if anybody would want to buy it, would anybody be interested in it, or do I need to just make it for myself? Because if I get another one, I want to get one for me.
He's on top. Doom's on top. Doom, no cooldowns, monkey. Zarya on your Doom. Can we get Zarya no bubble at 1?
So you should play around this angle here.
Help your Doom.
So he's not really doing anything, and I don't think he understands how to play angles and stuff like that.
Iron's low. No shatter.
They shouldn't use ult here because we have a.
That Doomfist is one. Nice. The tanks. It's only tanks. Zarya's half.
He should definitely use ult
half.
here.
I'm
Yeah, there we go. That's a good ult here.
I'm gonna force out. Oh, it didn't. Oh, force out MO.
That was a good play.
Yo, we can. No, this Ryan's alone, guys.
Oh yeah, no. Like I said, it's not really for me to make money, Panda. Like I said,
crazy.
you can make it for free, and then you can just buy your own mouse pad.
He's on top.
That's the only reason why I was asking. Is if I was going to make
Doom's in our back line.
and when I make my mouse pad, it would
there's
be
still someone
something
on
for
top.
myself. Like it would be merch, and I was wondering if anybody would want to buy it. Because if so, then I'd want to put
can
stuff
help
in
her
there
market.
that you guys would like. So from this from this round,
and just die, Diva.
he's really not doing too much. I need you to be more of a threat right now, Doom. You're not really making yourself a threat. Neither is the enemy, Doom, because I'm not seeing him show up in the kill feed either. But you just being in a certain area causes a threat and causes a panic. So I need you to start playing a little more aggressive angles and get ability, like how this person's out like that. You get in and just get out. There's no need for you to try to go for this kill here because you're going to get focused out. Oh, you got out. So that's good. That's good. You can say playing aggressive here. There's no need for you to fall back. You just got 2 kills.
He's coming up. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Play with your team. And just push for it. And play more aggressive angles. And just be waiting for him and then wait for abilities to come out. Yeah.
Nice. Block the doors, you can come in.
Okay, that last part was really good. Like I said, watching you play Doomfist, you're not really, like I said, you're not really doing anything. That whole first team fight you played, you literally did nothing that whole round. You was at 30% ult charge after the first 40 seconds. And that was from just being there. You didn't do anything, you didn't kill anybody, didn't do damage to anybody. You was just kind of there. So, like, don't try to play around your team as much when you're super mobile like you are. Yeah. You need to be, like I said, Doomfist is a very big threat. If they see you, they're gonna rotate around just because you're walking in that area. Just because a threat does not mean you have to do damage to them. If they see you there, they're gonna be having to look for you.
Another thing is the time on here, my punch is different when I start streaming because
that's fine.
They have a lot of ping, but it's slower.
I don't care about your mechanical skill. It's literally your positioning and stuff like that, which is bad. That is not going to affect your decision making when it goes going top left with your team or going around the back and flanking around the high ground. That has nothing to do with that decision. So, what you should be doing here is if you want to play aggressive, you can, but it's very risky. If they have a Doomfist, you want to just play the defensive Doomfist where it's just kind of waiting for them to do something.
Standing there. Don't beat me. Don't beat me. No, I don't want to get seen. That's why.
Which clown is in windowed? What are you talking about? Which clown is? Oh, I'm not gonna.
They're going up top.
It's just on my normal thing. Next mouse I was gonna be a custom made. Oh, okay.
Your Doomfist is on me. Your Doomfist. Can you help your Doom? Pretty low on your Doom. Zarya's alone.
Okay, so that was a little sketchy there. You wasn't really ready for anything to happen there. Their Doomfist is doing a lot of work. So you need to be like waiting to punish him, or you need to punish their backline before he gets to your backline. So however you want to play it. If you want to play it more defensively, feel free to. If you want to play it more aggressively, then you need to make sure you're taking space beforehand.
Doom's blowing backline. You don't know, bubble, we can push around. No, Ryan's alone. Wait, Doom's coming out. Wait. There we go. Get the Doom.
Okay, keep doing exactly what you're doing and waiting for that Doom to push up. Or, I mean, obviously help your team if they need help, but like I said, your main thing is going to be helping your McCree kill this Doomfist. If he needs help. So just kind of wait for your...
Oh, Doom on me. Look at your Doom. Look at him. He's one. Nice.
There you go. Nice. And you just shut him down. Alright, y'all probably lose this fight. Okay, maybe not.
Yo, Zarya's low. Yo, just... On your Doom. Can we help our Ana?
You need to stall out on the card if you're gonna do
I'm
something.
trying to land on this Doom. Help your Doom. Can you hear your Doom? Where are you? Yo, just hold this corner, Ryan. Monkey's coming. You have Nano. Can you Nano Ryan in there? Don't let him touch cart. Bro!
Oh, wow. That was pretty close. That's fine, though. Toward that end of that fight, you was playing a little too aggressive. Like I said, you can just keep punishing him. Just because you're getting upper edge on him, don't try to play too cocky or anything like that. Just... He's going to keep coming in, and all you got to do is just focus him down. Because they're not following him in.
Yo, Doom's coming in alone.
Like, see?
No bubble.
So you should be there to
help our
focus him
monkey
down.
I canceled road all. I have meteor strike. I don't know if he'll be able to res though.
That's fine, y'all should win this.
Yeah, help our mercy. Nope. Nice.
Don't use Meteor Strike unless y'all are about to lose, but y'all should win.
It was Doom's alone.
And like I said, literally, like, he's free kills every single time. Hey, now go reset and get your stuff back up. Always try to reset back to this high ground or a high ground or something. And just wait for him to come in. He's going to make a mistake. All you got to do is just be there to punish it. Oh. Now they lost one, so now you can just play more aggressive.
I got pushed out by this meteor strike. Well.
One thing I want to go over is that fight where he died there.
I don't care what you have to do, just touch the cart. Yo, Hogs at spawn. Hogs in our spawn. Look at Ana. Look at Ana. Hogs by Ana. Run, turn around, turn around, turn around. Doom's up here again. Doom's up with your Doom. Yo, Anna, come up here real quick. Or wait, can you see me from here? You thinking? Can I get it? Can I get an in now? I'm your Doom. Are you ready? I'm going in. Look.
Don't wait on her, just go. Like, here. This happens a lot of times where you're waiting on somebody to do something and like you're sitting there while the enemy team could die. Like, hey, it's great to give it a couple seconds or something, but you gotta, if they don't reply to you or say yes or no, just go. You gotta go. Like, you can't wait. That was a pretty clutch play there. Alright, so, while you're there, let me go ahead and remind you. You can go ahead and start another queue real quick, because we should, well, we'll go over, yeah, we'll go over, what time is it? 5? Well, no, yeah, don't start another queue. Let's go over some of the stuff that I wanted to mention.
Okay.
And then, because the thing I'm seeing from your gameplay, give me that code, please.
Okay. Bro, what the heck? You see it?
What is that? 3YDNJ?
No.
Oh, 3YD.
3Y0.
It's a 0. Oh, okay, now I can see it. 0 VNG.
And I'll just stop my stream, right?
Yeah. Okay, so, I mean, there's not a lot of stuff that I haven't said already that you need to understand. The big thing here is, like, depending if you're going to play aggressive, and the big thing I was going to focus on was toward this end here, is when you're playing attack or defense against a Doomfist, either you can play as the aggressive Doomfist, or you can play as the defensive Doomfist. If you have good mechanics and you think you can go against that and win, okay, cool, go for it. But if not, and they may be out dooming you or something like that, or they're getting to your backline before you can get to their backline, it may be better just to play the defensive Doomfist and just punish the enemy Doom. Because you gotta think, like, they have a Brig and a Zarya that can maybe bubble, and you have both stuns that can stun the Doom coming in, and the Mercy that can give you the pocket, and the Ana that can sleep. So you have a lot of stuff. If that Doom comes in, y'all can put way more resources in to that. If he comes into you guys, they can't put as many resources in that you guys can, if that makes sense. So for them pocketing their Doomfist, they can put a bubble, they can put an armor pack, and maybe Ana can throw a nade or something like that, right? But for you to counter him, you can stun him, McCree can stun him, Ana can stun him, all that stuff can go into him as well, and the rest of your team will most likely end up being there close by, to where all they gotta do is just do a minimal effort to be able to focus that down. And yes, it's a little slower type of gameplay and stuff like that, but it is something that you have to understand that you may have to play, so let's look. It was on one of these fights. Yeah, it might have been up here. Okay. So I do want to touch a little bit on the ultimate usage. Most of your ultimates weren't bad, but right when you did that ultimate there, I don't know if you really needed to use the
I saw him
ultimate.
charging up to punch me, and I didn't have any cooldowns.
That's fine. I mean, even if you die there, you guys have defensive respawn advantage. So it's not really that big of a deal. So just kind of keep that in mind. Let me see. There's, like I said, there's a part up here. I think it might be up here. Okay, so you see the Doomfist up here. Okay.
And he goes for a Kree.
See, you should. I think you should have went the other way. Like, okay. Let's speed this up a little bit.
Yeah, because I got pushed to the enemy team.
See, like, you look this way. Can I not spectate you? Is that a thing?
Just press space.
Space is my play button. So, okay, so instead of going here, you could have just turned around and played into here. That's something that you want to kind of get into your mindset when you're playing, where you're going to run to. Run to your team, okay? I'll always try to run to your team or something like that, because even if you do die, let's say you do make it right here and you die on this corner, Mercy can still fly up and res you. It's a lot easier for her to res here than it is if you die out here or something else. So that's something you always want to kind of keep in mind. It's not just only for the Mercy, just in general, so that people can help you out. And then you just go out, and then you do get booped away from that. But that's something that you got to kind of understand there when it comes to doing that. But that's one of the big things that I've seen. The other thing is, like, this first fight from you. Like I said, we're a minute and 30 in, and you are at 30 alt charge. You did not do anything the first minute and 30 seconds. We're at a minute 40, and you're just now at 55. Like, that tells how little you actually did this fight. Okay, so your positioning here. Okay, so your team goes top left. So why do you go top left as well? Like, what is your reasoning behind going this top left area?
I saw the pocketed Ash up there at first.
Up here, you go here, because this is where you're going. Look, why are you going in here? What is the reason for you going in here?
It's kind of like a cluster, so I figured I could get like 1 or 2 kills.
Who though? Because the Ash is up here.
I know, but if they're pocketed, they have Baptiste, Ash, and Mercy up there, so I wouldn't be able to get a kill.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be easier for you just to go around this way and just push them into your team?
Yeah, but I mean, I'd rather be with my team so I could get support rather than being behind and Ryan just turns around with a bubble.
But you didn't do anything though. Like, look. You do that, you look up, and you go back, and you go and you do this thing where you miss that target.
Hit him, he slid off a wall.
And then now you're just doing nothing. You go back top left to do nothing. And then you go main to do nothing. Then you try to take the high ground, and you don't get onto that. You have to use all 3 of your abilities to get here, and by the time you're here, they've already backed up. So this whole time you're here, you're not really doing anything. Like I said, You could have easily walked around here, even taken the long way around, which would have forced this Ashe to be looking at you, and the Mercy to be looking at you, rather than looking at the rest of your team, which now you have two people looking at you rather than the rest of your team, which now splits their focus, rather than you going with your team and keeping the fight completely even for your team. Remember, one person getting two people's attention, you're giving your team an advantage, whether or not you kill somebody or not. If you just stay back there and just play slow and just kind of open it up, they're looking back at it, which now gives your Winston an easier jump because now he's not getting shot by the Ashe. Like I said, you do nothing this round. 1 minute in, and you're at 29% ult. Like, and the thing is, I get what you're trying to do, and those are the two major things that I've seen. I get that what you're trying to do when it comes to, okay, I'm going to stay with my team and blah, 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 and do all this stuff. Hey, I get that. But was your Winston talking to you? Was anybody talking to you about dives or anything like that the whole game?
Not really.
So then what is the point of you trying to make a play not knowing what the hell they're doing? There's really no reason in doing that. And it's also gold. The coordination is not going to be there. You can't really expect the coordination to be there unless for some reason you hear everybody talking beforehand. Literally, the first thing that you did was say, hey, McCree, do you play anything other than McCree or whatever, right? And you looked, there's two people in voice chat. Okay, well, I guess that's it. So you play your game, play around, give people space, open things up, and go like that. I think when you play Doomfist, sometimes in your clutch situations, yeah, you're pretty good in that situation, being able to target focus and stuff on certain targets. But the big thing that you have a problem with is understanding your playstyle on Doomfist. And you either need to be acting a lot quicker or just playing more defensive, especially if you're playing against another Doomfist. Either focus him when he comes down so your team can kill him, or you trade backlines faster than he can trade backlines, or kill people the same faster or the same speed. So your team can have an advantage there. And then also just play more aggressive. Like I said, you're a Doomfist, you're a flanker. Use advantage of that in your games to be more of a threat. A threat is more than just you killing somebody. It is just you being there and seeing that people are there. Okay, all right, that's pretty much it for you. Do you have any questions?
No, not really.
Okay, I'm gonna hop into the student hangout and see who's wanting to go next. Okay, all right, who's next? Cinnabon, are you out of your game or?
Yeah, I'm out of my game.
Okay, if you want to hop into Vadr, explain my stuff. Okay, so
You got back just in time.
Yeah, no, I've been watching the screen. I was getting some stuff from my room. Yeah, so I'm not gonna try to talk too much during this game or anything like that. I'll try to talk in between deaths or resets or rounds specifically. You can just play this kind of how you would normally play stuff, and then we'll go from here. Okay, so from looking at this, Silver SR, and like I was saying, you're going to have a lot of time before people really kind of catch on for the most part. So that's something that you want to take advantage of. Whoops. There we go. Sorry about that.
Katya is a hero to my people. We must protect what she has built.
Okay, so let's see how this Tracer does.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Monkey, Mercy, Ana, Hog. Nothing too big of a threat. Should've just went for the health pack instead of recalling. The engagement there should have just been on the Ana. She went for a too high of a mobile target, and she's playing too fast than she needs to be right now. Just playing Lost Ark. Oh, okay. Alright. So we'll see how this reset. So hopefully go in and get some value on this hog. Or not hog, monkey. This is good. Yeah, that's good. Got an extra little bit of all charge. Excellent. I like to see that. Now we're coming in here with 60% alt charge, which is a little more than what they had. Okay, he already hooked, so that means you can go over. His Tracer's really kind of fucking up your backline, so right now your thing should be dueling and watching for this hook. Should have immediately recalled there. Shield's not gonna help at all. As soon as that breath comes out from Tracer. Okay, so that second fight right before you died and came back, your biggest thing was that you don't... Well, the two deaths that you had. I'll talk about the second one because that was kind of easier. As soon as Tracer does that breath thing, you should probably automatically recall and then try to go for the pulse bomb. Because I've seen that you was trying to look for a pulse bomb and stuff like you should have just recalled and got out of there. Other stuff, that first death that you did, you dropped down on everybody and then you went to just go for the Mercy where you should have just went for the Ana, considering that she can't move as easy, and just focus them up. One of the things that you should really look and consider, when you're playing in this rank, you don't need to be at some 500 octane, all gears running. It's not that fast. Like, just take it as it is. It is low rank players playing in low ranks. You're going to have a decent amount of time to react to something before it happens. Like, just, like, go for the, like, try to focus a little more on their supports. If you see that their Tracer's popping up in the kill feed a little bit too often, or your supports are getting too destroyed, just 1v1 the Tracer, and keep the Tracer off of your enemy. And deal with her.
This is my will. Allow me to repair the damage.
Okay, so there's two things you could do here. Go for support, or she can go into the point. Fine. Cool. Close. But it opened up 2 kills for him, which was good. So instead of going for kills there, you could always just go for the point, and that'll trigger them to back up without having to put yourself in danger. Oh. That was nice.
Get into position.
Wait for me. Time's up.
Ooh.
Join me.
This will heal you.
So like she can just triple blink left side again or something like that and just get in the back line. Now you just need to get the health back. Get the health back. You need to just get the health back. So... Okay. Just start putting pressure on the point. Watch. Just put pressure on the point. Don't worry about what's going on there. Put pressure on the point and it'll open it up.
That was a bad pulse.
No, but... That's fine though. All you have to do is open up the objective for your team. So decision making and knowing what to do is kind of rough here with the Tracer. Like all this mobility and you don't use it to its potential. Our first goal is always to kill people. When the goal should be to touch the objective. Because they don't, like, how they're saying they don't have a shield. And that's definitely true, so there's nothing to... Okay, so, we can start your next queue real quick. And then I'll talk about some of the stuff that needs to be fixed. So, from watching you play, it automatically looks like you don't understand to know what to do and when to do something when you're playing Tracer. Just watching, because like you're sitting back and just waiting for something to happen, and then you're trying to go in when there's a lot of other stuff you could be doing. Same as like the Doomfist. Like I said, the times when you went in and you was like sitting there waiting, and then you go in and try to focus the support, okay, cool. But if you literally just take the objective, your team already doesn't have a shield anyways, so they're not really going to be able to push straight into everybody unless they get a hook or somebody gets a kill or something like that. But that seems to be not happening. So you have to open up that space for your team, which is going to be triggered by touching the objective. If you touch the objective, they will automatically turn around and be like, who is back here, and send people back there. Whether or not you kill anybody, whatever, your main thing should be going to the objective, touching the point, and then getting out and running back toward the mega health pack or taking the high ground there and just triggering them to keep going back, because that will give them, your team, space for hooks, antis, sleeps, whatever, something. So when you're playing, try to look for other ways to get value rather than only going for supports or only going for the backline. Because if you're going to do that, you need to be able to one-clip people and be able to track pretty well to where, okay, if I go and attack this person, they're going to usually die or be very close to where I recall, blink back in, and they'll be dead within a couple seconds. But that's not what's really kind of happening, and you're going for the Mercy, which is going to be a little harder to track. Usually, if you're going to go for a Mercy, wait for her to fly and then just follow her in on her flying, because then she can't go anywhere. You just kind of tickle her for a little bit until she flies away and then catch her there. But yeah, your positioning and stuff, not terrible, but it's just kind of a little bit weighted. When you was like 30 HP after you won that duel with the Tracer, you immediately waited to get healed by the Yana. Which, okay, if she needs the ult charge or she's there, Okay, fine, but you're sitting there 2-3 seconds waiting for heals. Just fucker, like go, go get a health pack and go start putting pressure on the objective. You could literally go get the small health pack on the left side of the point, and then wrap around to get the other health pack, and then start touching the objective from that angle. And then you would have been doing more rather than waiting and getting and maybe getting one shot at that 36 HP. So just kind of think of all things you can do. Like I said, putting pressure on the objective, if you just start doing that a little bit more, you're going to start realizing, oh, I don't have to be shooting people all the time as Tracer. Literally going back, and especially in the low SR that it is, you have a lot of time to react. People don't have some split-second decision-making skills that is just going to, oh god, I didn't expect that to come. Like, no, they don't react that fast. But yeah, next round I want to see it, definitely more objective presence. If they are holding out a choke, if they're holding out a choke, triple blink back there or whatever, wait for your blinks to come back on, and then start putting pressure on the objective. If there's not some target out in the open that you can go for. If there's like a Widowmaker standing still, go for the Widow. Okay, fine. Easy. If not, and it seems like your team's not able to get through the objective, put pressure on the objective, and then go from there.
You got what's coming to ya. Let's try that again. There we go. Wait for me.
So I'm wanting to see how this goes here.
Much better. Bombs away. Just in time. Yeah.
I think one thing that Tracers do automatically is, like, after they pulse bomb, is automatically recall, when you can always just blink away.
Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Okay, so at this point, you're not going to have any objective to really put pressure on at all. The only thing you can really do here is put pressure on their back line. Now, you can go right side and go through the alleyway and go around there. Your way out is not going to be back through the alleyway. It'd be up the stairs on the right side, taking that long flight around there. You could also take the left side and take the high ground and start putting pressure that way. And then there's multiple health packs on your way over there as well. But those are your two kind of means of where you need to be going. Your main focus is not going to be helping your team push the payload or anything like that. You want to automatically start trying to take the high ground away from the enemy team as much as possible. And get them to look up rather than just look at the rest of your team.
So I just like Genji over here on the right side. Should I try and put pressure on him or
No, just there's a Baptiste that's over there by himself as well, so wait for your blinks before you start engaging. And now you can start putting pressure over here. No, just go back. Yeah. You can play a little further back. Yeah. So you already have somebody on you. Go get a health pack.
Back in the fight.
That's fine. Now push up. Don't play in that area because that brig's right there. You need to play longer distance. Yeah, there you go. And he already used his flash. So that's where you should have been the first time. You don't want to play super close like that. But you can easily take the high ground here, because they're not even taking the high ground. So I would definitely try to take the high ground. No, just gonna. Oh. You might be able to see 9.
Not that way.
Y'all win this fight. You can push.
Rendezvous at my position.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see 9 now, but.
Speed kill. Yeah, wait for it.
Should have recalled there.
Yeah. Just keep getting them to turn around and keep your distance. And don't be afraid to recall. Yeah, there you go.
Ever get that feeling of deja vu?
Do you know if this still works? Like, if
I
you
have no
put them-
idea. You can try it. Alright, well. I mean, that you played that pretty well, trying to fall back and everything, and trying to get the health back. There's at that point there
Again,
was
you grab the
nothing.
health pack and then auto
Yeah,
missed
you
your
couldn't do
shots.
anything. You walked into that.
Yeah.
You gotta slow down a little bit. You're trying to play a little too fast. They're only silvers. They're not gonna be able to aim or react that fast. This is still winnable.
Goodbye, Beth.
I'm on fire. Hiya.
I'm escorting the payload. Let's keep it moving.
Okay, so your target priority doesn't need to be that Baptiste when he's jumping up and down the whole time. You should have went for that supercharger on the Orisa first before trying to shoot at the Mercy and everything. As soon as you seen it and went around the corner, you should have tried to go for it if it was possible. To try to destroy that. And then focusing the Tracer was fine. But yeah, when that Baptiste was jumping and stuff, just shoot somebody else. Let him keep jumping. Your tracking and stuff is not good enough yet to be able to just kind of do that. One clip or so, fine. But you're spending too much time and too many shots missed rather than focusing a tank that can just build you more ult charge. So, I mean, just build the ult, because if you can build 2 more ults and just ult the tanks and get more damage out, that's better than you trying to focus down somebody for a little longer.
Okay.
Because the more ult you bring out, that's 400 damage, or what, 350 now or whatever. Every couple times every time you get an ult.
Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
All right, everyone. Let's do this. Back in the fight.
Get here. This will help.
Back in the fight.
¡Pide mal suyo! I am ready.
So you want to try to prioritize a little bit more on this Pharah, because you can do more. You can do damage here since you can take high ground. So you want to put more pressure since it's just kind of you and the career or whatever you have.
This is not your time.
Let's go for an early pulse bomb here. That's fine. You need to get out though. Just keep putting pressure on her and whoever else you can see. 'Cause that'll help out your McCree a lot. Oh, that was a good
They have
shot.
a cast now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh.
I guess I just keep them busy looking at you rather than looking at the team. Cause you're having them do that to you is taking that pressure away from your front line, allowing them to play a little more aggressive, and also helping this Pharah, helping your McCree out with the Pharah helps out a lot too.
They no longer have a far. They have a junk.
Oh well then. Try to get rid of that supercharger if you can. Go. Yeah, we're doing a live VOD review. We couldn't do coaching and stuff today because we didn't have enough people coming to the group, so I just did a VOD review of everybody who was in the...
Just like old times.
Yeah, so second round was a lot better on your... Not necessarily prioritizing targets, but kind of you just being more of a nuisance in the back line. Because that's the big thing. Because if you are back there constantly, they have to constantly watch where you're at. If you die while you're back there because you're trying to go for a flashy play, that's a big risk, big risk, big reward, or low reward. Because if you kill somebody and you trade, okay, it's now a 5v5. But if you don't kill anybody, they now have that advantage. But if you are in a position where you stay alive and now 2 or 3 people are constantly looking at you, you're getting value for your team. Same thing that I was telling the Doomfist. You are constantly getting value for your team. Because if that Brig is having to watch for you to know where you're coming from flanking or anything like that, she has to help her support out, right? So she has to keep an eye on where you're at and everything like that. She don't want to be caught out in the open or anything. So getting her attention allows her to waste her abilities on you rather than getting that whip shot on our Hog or Reinhardt or McCree or something like that to build healing. She's not landing that shit on you. So she don't even build... Half the time she's looking at you, she ain't building any alt charge. She's not building any healing for her team the whole time she's doing that. So...
Okay. So it's just kind of like try to be more of a nuisance without being flashy and risking...
Don't die. Biggest thing, don't die. Be there on the enemy team. Be there to be noticed. You need to be noticed. And if you are noticed, don't die. If you're not noticed, then you get free alt charge. If they're playing too close or you feel too scared to play be noticed or something like that because they may just focus you down, do something. There's multiple other things that you can do. There's multiple other angles. There's objective pressure that you can put on. So there's all those other things. And usually you're not going to have that feeling when you're on defense as much. You're going to have that feeling when you're on attack. Like when you was on Volskaya trying to go into that. If you just put pressure on that objective, it's going to be a lot easier for you to not even put pressure, just get value. Because as soon as, I've said this multiple times, if you're touching the objective, they're either going to let you take the objective for free, or they're going to send 1 or 2 people back there to deal with you. And if they send 2 people back there to deal with you, as long as you stay alive, those 2 people are not only not worried about their team anymore, or trying to pocket their team as much as they was, they're also worried about the objective and now having to look for you because you stayed alive.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's something that you want to kind of look for and everything. Like I said, the biggest thing, stay alive. And one good thing that you did that round is not waiting on your supports to heal you. Like I seen when you was low HP or something, you looked at them for like 1 second and then just went to the health pack. And that's good because you got right back into the fight. You started doing more damage. And the longer you stay in the fight, the more alt charge you can build, because that extra 2% damage or whatever you're doing will build you that extra pulse bomb to be able to generate more push for your team and stuff like that. So that's just something that you just kind of want to get into the habit of. Don't wait on healers to heal you, especially as a tracer. They ain't hitting you anyways. So,
We
okay,
saw it with the Ana.
yeah. Do you have any questions or anything like that?
I guess just target priority when it comes to like if there's, let's say, Brig Bap, do I focus on a DPS or do I try to keep them like distracted?
I mean, if the map looks at you instead of looking at his team, you're getting a lot of value because that's a lot of healing that's not going out. If you get both of them looking at you for like 4 or 5 seconds, and let's say if your team happens to be in voice, you tell your team, hey, they don't have healing right now, push up. Or tell your, hey, they don't have this right, push up or something like that. If you happen to get both of them on you. Now, that's going to be a varied case depending on where they're playing and how they're playing and stuff like that. The biggest thing is just kind of the same thing that you was doing, is literally taking an angle to where the Brig can't really stun you, but you can still get some damage off and stuff like that and get her to look at you. If you can't seem to get enough value on Tracer for them to look at you, you may have to go for those riskier plays. And I would only recommend doing those risky plays is when you have spawn advantage. Like when you're on defense, like that first point there, you don't really want to do any too risky plays just because of the fact that, if you die or if you fuck up or if they just happen to hit a shot, you're dead and they have a massive advantage. But if you're on attack, you can go for those risky plays because, I mean, you spawn right there. It may be a little more beneficial for you to do that. But getting back to the original question, target priority is just, I always say, go for things that you can hit. Don't worry about target priority, especially when you're dealing with a character that requires mechanical skill. Like, if you can hit the Brig and break her shield and start doing some damage to her, rather than you missing a lot of shots on Baptiste because he's jumping around, then just go for the Brig. It might take a little longer to do that, but at least you're going to be able to do something against that Brig, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, target priorities, man, that's such a hard question because there's always different target priority. And the benefit of Tracer, if you're not killing something on Tracer, just go for something else. Like, if they worry about you, okay, I'm going to focus this target now, so now you have to help them. Or you have to do something else, or they now have to turn around. You just start tickling everybody, and they're like, who the fuck is here? Somebody's going to turn around. So, okay, any other questions?
No, not right now.
Okay.
Great.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. We'll probably be here next week or something like that. So,
All right.
all right.
I'll see you then,
right.
probably.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. See ya.